While the Mississippi River is high, many farmers across the state say it's been a bit too dry.
Sure, the tropical moisture that moved in this week is welcome. For farmers hoping their late planted crops have a chance, it's all about timing and amounts when it comes to water.
From above, you see dust flying into the air behind this tractor in Jim Harper's sugarcane field. This is in Rapides Parish near Cheneyville. It's dry here, in sharp contrast to what Harper has experienced most of this year.
This has been a tough planting season. We've got our entire crop planted now. We had about 300 acres of soybeans we had to plant over.
These soybeans are in a field adjacent to Harper's sugarcane. Now, these are not his soybeans, but what he has coming up looks a lot like these. While looking out over his rice field, Harper's mind is on the weather.
I'm hoping this rain that's forecast for the end of this week is not too much rain, because it could affect them coming up.
Just 30 minutes away in Evangeline Parish, you'll find standing water in Richard Fontenot's rice field. Normally that would not be an issue, but while getting this drone footage, Fontenot told me water is not supposed to be right there.
Water is, again, 2019 providing its own challenges. Excessively wet, very small windows to put crops in a timely manner. We're planting beans substantially later than we'd like to, and unfortunately we'll be lucky to get 50% of our crop in due to the excessive rainfall and limited windows that we had to put a crop in this spring.
Looking at his soybeans, the 50% of the crop Fontenot did plant is just coming out of some very dry-looking ground.
Harper says he has all of his crops planted, but Fontenot is only about halfway done planting soybeans. In fact, he stopped planting the day we shot that interview because the forecast said he might get 5 inches of rain over the next few days, and that's just too much for a newly planted crop. I'm going to interrupt myself right here because I want you to know the difference just 24 hours can make. So I shot the interview with Richard Fontenot on Tuesday, June 4th. We shot our show on Wednesday, June 5th. Today is now Thursday, June 6th, and Richard Fontenot sent me this picture right here of one of his fields with 4-day-old soybeans in it. He got about 5 to 10 inches of rain from the tropical moisture that moved in on Thursday morning. So it goes to show you how we can show you dust in a field one day and have an absolute flood and disaster just a day later. That's the kind of risk our farmers and ranchers take every single day. Now we're going to go back to your regularly scheduled TWILA so that you can see kind of how Kristen and her husband are dealing with it. Kristen, I know your husband Landon's been out there. How are y'all doing with planting?
He finished up last Thursday. They had to do some replanting from earlier in the season where it was so dry, and hopefully the forecasts say a number of, he said one forecast said, you know, we're going to get 1/4 of an inch from this rain that's coming today, tomorrow, and into the weekend. And he said his uncle might be worried that they're getting 14 inches. So hopefully we get a moderate amount of rain that's just enough, because it has been really dry in our part of the state.
Yeah, where y'all are over around Monterey, you have to worry a little bit about seep water as well. Have you been seeing anything with that?
Well, if you're driving down the levee on the way to Monterey, all of those fields that are on the other side of the levee, they've got quite a bit of seepage water. But I think that we're far enough in that it hasn't come yet. So
yet being the operative word.
Knock on wood.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like down below. That really helps us out. Also, please subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on all things Louisiana agriculture that we cover here on TWILA. Also, check out this video right here, and we'll see you on the next one.